Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do upload the video version to our YouTube channel, so be sure to check us out there. My name is Matt, and as always, I am being joined by my sister, Vetta.
Hello.
Hey, Vetta. And on this episode, we are going to be talking about the movie The Lost City. Vetta, before we get started on this podcast, I just want to say something real quick. Remember, no grumpy face, no big words, and no academic talk. Okay, good. Now
I'm gonna fail epically.
All right, let's get to our most important question of this entire podcast, and that is, what are you drinking?
So I am drinking a cherry rum and Coke. Mostly because I feel like that's what Beth should have given Loretta before she went out on stage. She should have given her a drink and she would have been a lot better out there. Removed that stick from her ass.
Yeah, and put it in her coochie. Pronto.
Her hoo-hoo. She calls it a hoo-hoo.
Right on.
What are you drinking?
I am having, because this takes place
Wine.
because it takes place in a jungle, I'm having a Bahama Mama.
Ooh,
and yeah, it's blue and everything.
Blue.
And then when I run out of that, because I don't feel like going to make another one right now, I'm going to have a Monaco Tropic Rush, which is delicious. I already had one.
I know those Monacos. I really wish they would sponsor us because their drinks are.
Oh, they're like candy.
Yeah, they're amazing.
I had I had a Monaco before I started making Bahama Mamas, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get so drunk. This tastes like Kool-Aid. It all
right,
does.
and they have a really nice percentage of alcohol in them.
Yeah,
so you drink 3 of those, and you're like, my face is starting to go numb, guys.
Exactly. Yeah. Monaco sponsor. Anyways,
right.
Before we get started on this, what did you think about this movie before you went into it?
I was excited. I love Sandra Bullock.
Oh, I love Sandra Bullock.
I just do. She is like America's sweetheart.
America's sweetheart.
I just love her. So I was excited
so
about
charming.
it. Yeah, I've never seen a movie of hers that I don't like. So
Did you ever wonder if, like, behind the scenes she's like a total bitch and she's just like everybody hates her, but like they can't say anything because then she'll like ruin their lives?
I wish that was, because I always think those make for good stories, but she's not.
Well, I know, I go that too. I'm sorry, I'm eating ice, everybody.
Yeah,
I totally get
the ice out of his Bahama Mama so it'll fit in the straw.
Yeah, it gets me so much drunker, so much faster. But I totally think she's like the nicest person in the world, but like I just want her to be so bad, like Ellen.
Don't you think that there's somebody who's like, I really wish she was just a bitch so I could hate her?
Right.
But I love her so much.
Right on. Right. Yeah, I you know what I hate though about this movie? Her name in this movie is Loretta. And that is like the worst thing. Like you name your child Loretta if you have no faith in their future whatsoever.
Or you want him to be a country singer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not one to judge for names. So I go, name your children what you want.
Oh, I'm going to judge.
I'm not going to judge.
Judgy Wudgy was a bear and I'm Judgy Wudgy. Okay. Because
you have like a name that's been in the top 20 male names forever.
Yeah, because it's plain Jane. But I'm just saying, when you start naming your child, like, I don't know, doorstop, you've got a problem, and I'm going to judge you for it.
Fruit.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say before like I do, so her husband died in this movie and they showed pictures of her dead husband. And as soon as they showed, I was like, hello, daddy.
I know. I was like, I'd be sad too.
Yeah. And he's an archaeologist.
Right.
So one thing she does in this movie at the beginning, I don't know if you noticed this, but they say it in there, that is a cardinal sin of any wine drinker, is she put ice in her fucking Chardonnay. What the hell?
Wine, but even I knew that. I was like, oh, she's gonna catch hell
as
for
an
that.
adamant wine drinker. This is a no. We do not put ice in our white wines. You put that in the fridge and you chill it. And for the red wines, you serve at room temperature. I hate when people put red wine in the fridge because they're like, oh, it'll be cold. No, it's not Kool-Aid, fucker. It's wine. Anyways. What did you think about her pink glitter onesie?
It didn't make sense to to me at all. Like, she's not of the age that would be appropriate. Like, her little social media person is like, everyone's wearing secret. I'm like, yeah, everyone that's in their 20s, maybe, but not someone, because she's what? Got to be 40 in this movie or upper 30s? I don't know.
Oh, I thought 50, but you're nice.
It's Sandra Bullock. She could pull it off. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she could. She's awesome.
Yeah. So
I thought, go ahead.
I just go, Beth, did you put her in this because it was free and on
Well, I
loan?
want to talk about Beth.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna say Beth and I would be besties.
Yeah, I have a feeling I would like Beth a lot. But I didn't like the fucking jumpsuit.
No.
I didn't like that jumpsuit. I was like, Beth, this is a misstep. She looks fucking ugly. This is gross.
And she's uncomfortable, and I'm
she's
just
like, did she say she had a wedgie in the front? Because I was like, I think I can see camel toe. I think
I have a wedgie in the front and the back.
Yeah, I was like, I think I can see camel toe. No joke.
And what is it in the back? A moose?
I don't know. That's it's a caribou. Anyways. Oh
yeah.
And also,
that was just ridiculous to put her in that. So.
Right on. I love when they get on stage and
she can't get on the stool.
Right. Oh, yeah. And I love how the little Asian guy was like, mount it. And I was like, what is going on here? What is this, Mad Libs?
Right. I just went, is there a hidden secret to that stool that you're telling her to mount it?
Maybe. And plus, why did they set him on stools on a stage? That's so uncomfortable. Get a bag.
I have gone to Comic-Con and gone to the little talks and stuff. Nobody's on a stool. They're in a comfy chair.
Yeah.
When their panel comes out, yes, your tongue's blue.
I just noticed that.
I mean, at most they sit at a table, but even the panels that I've gone to, they're in comfortable chairs on stage. I don't get it.
Yeah, at most they'll put him in one of those high chairs, but it has like a back and
the little director chairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and this is at like a romance novel version of Comic-Con, right? At this hotel.
I mean, I guess so.
I think so, because when she's walking out of the hotel, there's like a giant book cover behind her on the wall and everything.
Is it her book? I don't remember.
No, that's what made me think. And they were talking about ballrooms. So
God, I love that there's even the possibility of like a Comic-Con, but for romance novels.
Right.
Like
Danielle,
it's just a lot of dry ovaries.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. It's like an elephant graveyard, but for ovaries. So
what did you think when Channing Tatum walked out on stage?
Oh, I love fake Fabio. I love it.
That's what I said he's Fabio. And my daughter goes, who's Fabio? And I was like, he's the late 80s, early 90s romance book cover guy.
Yeah, I love real Fabio. He's great. He's cannot get enough of him. Like when he got hit in the face by a bird on that roller coaster. That's my favorite story of all time. Like just of all the happened
to a nicer guy.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Of all the people, it happened to Fabio. And I love
that I can't believe it's not butter commercials that he used to do.
Right. Oh my God. I love those commercials with his like accent. And you're all like, yeah, I can't believe you're not American. Anyways. Right. No, I thought Dash/Alan, I thought he was nice. And Channing Tatum, what a little hottie patati.
Oh, he's such a little hottie patati.
His butt is like 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, but with like leeches on it.
No, take the leeches away, but I would lick whatever you want off that.
Oh, right on. Yeah. You would lick his butt? You're a little naughty. You're a naughty girl. Anyways, I didn't know you did that.
Weirdo.
Anyways, listen. I think her mother listens to this. She's
gonna know. Bringing that up.
And then I want to talk about Dash some more in a little bit, but let's just talk about Dash. I loved how when Brad Pitt shows up, which I want to show up and talk about Brad Pitt in a little bit. Yeah. But I love how every time Brad Pitt would knock somebody out and he'd like smack and be like, why do you keep doing that? He was already knocked out. Yeah. So I love how go ahead.
Everything about Dash I found exceptionally charming. Like, I'm like, how has someone not snatched him up already? He is like still has not let the world taint him. He's
there you
not
go, talking
jaded.
sexual taint.
He's not jaded.
You in that area. I'm getting a picture now of who you are. I thought I knew. Anyways.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Oh, I'm judging you by the book by its words. Anyways.
But I feel like his character just hasn't been jaded. He's a half glass full. The whole world is made of unicorns pooping out rainbows,
Poop. Okay. Anyways,
but
I'm gonna
know
let
what I
you.
mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. No, I did think I wrote it down later on in my notes, but if I could find it real quick, I love how they're like running for their lives, and then he just stops for a minute and gets all like tells his like modeling backstory, like we really needed to know
because he's from Sarasota, Florida.
Exactly. I was like, really, Dash? Like, we're gonna do this now? Nobody cares. And even if it was a
time,
even if they were still back at that hotel at Comic-Con or Romance Con, that's still not the right time because nobody cares. Nobody cares about your model.
Read the jungle. Read the jungle.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have to go back. I loved when she got in the car. And after she asked the person to call her a car and she gets in the car and goes, I didn't order an Uber pool. I was like, girl, you didn't order an Uber at all.
That's so funny. I would never do Uber. That's scary. It scares me.
Oh, Uber doesn't bother me, but I don't want to do Uber pool.
Yeah, all those things scare me. I don't know.
It's only a few bucks cheaper. And I'm sorry, I'd rather not. I don't want to be murdered with a group. If I'm going to be murdered, I want the true crime documentary to be just about me.
Gotcha.
Nobody else. So
gotcha.
So what did you think when she's coming out of the elevator after she's been kidnapped? Because I love her dialogue. Have I been took? Is this taken?
Yeah, right.
What is happening?
I liked it. I mean, but I also love when she went into the room and he had like a million fucking charcuterie boards, just like with cheese. What I wrote.
I was like, why is there so much cheese? Like it's the world's largest charcuterie board.
I'm sure if you just got her like maybe 5 cheeses,
and
she would have been just fine.
Walk around and pick. You just handed her a plate of strawberry and brie.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Although I love brie. I don't know how you feel about brie. I love brie. It's so delicious.
Warm it up so the center's nice and gooey.
I make it with grilled cheese. Like I make my grilled cheese with brie and everything. It's fancy.
I'm more of a Gouda and a Munster grilled cheese person.
Gotcha.
But
I have to say, I did love Harry Potter as a bad guy. I loved it.
Okay, I loved it, but his whole mannerisms when she first walks in, I totally went, did he study Matt for this? Did he go to Michigan and follow Matt around? Because he goes, were they creepy? I really told them not to be creepy. And I just went, his mannerisms in that moment, I literally was like, Matt, are you standing in for him? And he just took notes from you.
Yeah, I'd be a good bad guy in a thing. I'd be like, hey, I'm evil. Anyways, kill him.
Can we also talk about that scene? Why did he open the doors and ask her to give her a ride before the plane was landed? Because with the charcuterie.
Right. Yeah. Which I was like, what a waste. I mean, that's a sign you're rich when you just waste food like that. Like
it probably took 2 hours for that to be set up, not taking how long it took for the cutting and the chopping. It's probably a 4-hour charcuterie board right there. And it was destroyed in 15 seconds from a giant plane.
Yeah, 2 women took 2 hours to make that, and he just destroyed it in like 2 seconds. What a fucking asshole. Anyways,
that's what they said when they watched the movie with their kids.
Right?
Fucking asshole. That took forever. And they had to retake that scene 4 times, and I had to reset it 4 fucking times.
So after she gets taken.
Wait, can we also talk about him and his brother's name? that his
Oh
name's
yeah.
Abigail.
Yeah, and then his brother's name was, what was his? Lauren?
Leslie.
No, Leslie. There we go.
And he's like, it's gender neutral. And I'm like, I've heard of Leslie being gender neutral. I've never heard of Abigail.
Yeah, Abigail's not neutral. I never think of a guy named Abigail. It's not gender neutral.
No,
I'm sorry.
It's not.
Yeah, no, I just
he kept saying that though.
Yeah. Well, and you know what gets me is like she was talking about his brother getting their media company or whatever, getting taken over. And I was like, that doesn't sound like fun at all. I'm like,
no, the treasure hunting sounds way more fun. Or just just getting to waste the family's money. That sounds way more fun.
Yeah, him on that island looked like super fun. And plus, I'm all like, why don't you just go and do something else? You've got all this money and like prove yourself that way. I'm all like, you're gonna find some like ruby diamond crown and what your dad's gonna make you president of your media company. I don't think so, my dude. Can we talk about now after she gets kidnapped?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to talk about Brad Pitt. Okay, or in this case, Jack Trainer. Oh, before we talk about Jack Trainer, I love how in Dash's, I'm gonna call him Dash. I know his name is Alan, but I'm gonna call him Dash.
Sure.
I love how in his phone he's like, "That's how I remember everybody." Janice, mom. I immediately thought of our mother. Right. Larry Doorknob, and he says Stacy Butt Stuff, and I was like, "Oh, and hey, that fits in with you right now, Vetta Butt Stuff." Okay. Anyways. This is perfect for us right now. You have opened a door, little lady. I just want you to know that. You have spread the cheeks, as they would say. So I love that they met at a meditation retreat called Touching Your Inner Self. And no one
said, when you were talking about the names, he said he puts everybody in there like that. But his name is Jack Trainer.
Yeah, that's so funny.
He's not just a trainer. His name is Jack. And Beth kept asking that. So he could have just said yes. He didn't have to list all the other people in his phone.
Right. Yeah. No,
I appreciate it. But
yeah. Yeah, I love how I love how the name of the meditation group was Touching Your Inner Self, because when no one's looking, I touch my inner self. Anyways, and then I love everything about him was super cool. Like even his hair was cool, his little fights were cool. I loved how he was. They were like, "How can we pay you? Cryptocurrency, Cash App," and I was like, "That's so cute and funny and everything." And I love how he kept grabbing people. He's like, "Go to sleep. Go to sleep." And I was like, yeah, go to sleep, fucker.
Can I ask you real quick, though, back on the plane, Abigail or Evil Harry Potter says that the seats are made out of Mama Llama leather. What the hell is Mama Llama?
I'm assuming it's a mother llama, which is even sad. It's sadder. Well, speaking of that, I love how, hold on, I wrote it down. I just have to find it. She said on the plane, she's like, that she's like, because they use chloroform. She's like, "Did you chloroform me?" And then she goes, "My body feels drunk." And I was like, "Oh, for our podcast, I need to chloroform myself first, so my whole body feels drunk."
And I love how Evil Harry Potter.
You are a naughty girl.
Why should I go with something else? It's classic. Because that's what I think of when I think of chloroform. It's a great classic.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, I just but no,
when they land on the island, why does she have to ride in the bed of the truck? That's a dual cab truck. Like, it's got the back seat, and there's nobody in the back seat. Evil Harry Potter and the driver in the front. So
yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Maybe they were maybe because she was all like, chloroformed, dead bodied. I don't know. Don't ask me these questions. The next time I talk to Sandy, I'll ask her because she knows everything. Great. Even Brad Pitt's death was super cool. Like, he's just like, "I'm gonna get this little," and then he was just done.
My favorite line in the whole thing when she's like, "Why are you so handsome?" "Because my dad's a weatherman."
Are all weathermen attractive? I don't know.
I mean, they are here. I don't know about other places.
I don't know. I don't think ours is.
I don't watch the news much anymore, so they may not be, but they used to be.
Right.
But it was just like, I'm like, is that an answer that my dad was a weatherman? Is that really?
Right on. So, you stop me, but I'm going to skip forward to when Beth gets to the island.
Oh, wow. We're skipping way forward.
Well, you go ahead and you talk about whatever you want, but I just wrote down certain things because
I just said Beth gets shit done. She's the world's best agent ever, because I don't think any agent.
Well, her journey is fucking bonkers. I'll tell you that. Her at the airport, I was like, girl, you are showing a lot more patience than I would. I would have been kicked out by now. Which is very nice of you. But and then I also wrote like I was like she's like a better version of Lizzo, which I don't know if that makes sense. But I love how she gets to the one island and she's all like, hey, I need a flight, and the guy's like, the pilot's sick, and she's like, no, I need to get there now. And then I love how
he goes, come back.
Oscar, yeah, I love that the stripper from The Proposal is in this. Also a Sandra Bullock movie.
But his name in real life is Oscar, and his character's name is Oscar.
Yeah. I love how he's like, I heard you say steak, and it's maybe crazy, but I like steak, so maybe we could have steak together. I'm like, hey, fucker, everybody likes steak. What are you talking about? I'm like,
vegetarians don't like.
Yes, they do. They just are lying to themselves. They love it. Sorry, I had to cough.
You're fine. No, I loved that. And I love when they're on the plane and he's telling her all about his best friend. And then she asks who's flying. And then she really, in the conversation, the goat is his best friend.
Yeah, no.
And didn't you think when he came back and started talking, I was just like her, who's flying the plane? I'm not that trusting of autopilot. Could you go back up there? What if a bird hits the plane?
Right. Can I ask you a question though about Oscar? Yeah. I wrote it down, but I'm going to ask you, do you think he fucked that goat? I think he fucked that goat. I'm just saying.
I say no.
Oh, I'm just saying maybe there was some like milking of the testicles, if you get what I'm saying. I think he fucked the goat. I really do. I think he fucked that goat.
I'm going to go with no, because I don't want that image in my head.
Well, I don't want it in my head either, but
you thought about it, so it's already there.
Listen, my best friend isn't a fucking animal, okay?
So what did you think about when no one cut Sandy out of the chair and they just throw her in the car after?
I thought it was ridiculous. They're just zip ties. Right. Scissors could have taken this out. I love how they both pull out. Well, he pulls out a nail. Fallen out of
the car way sooner than she did.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I was like, okay, I guess so. Whatever. I mean, whatever. Yeah, it was a little ridiculous. I'm just like, no time. What? That's all you did. There's zip ties.
I agree with her when she's like, there seemed to be a lot of chit chat going on. Seems like there's plenty of time.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, that whole escape scene was very cool. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was the scenes in the jungle where they were like trying to relate to each other. I was like, I'm not really feeling it, honey.
No, this is not a romance I'm feeling at all, unless it's totally physical. Then I get it.
Right on. So after they like escape all the shenanigans on the island and they get free and they're like with those policemen. Yeah. I have a question. Did you know I know you knew those police were crooked, right?
Yes, when he went into the police station. Yeah, I wrote that down. I was like,
they're always crooked.
Bad guys.
Yeah, they're always crooked. But me, I was like, how could you not tell that they were crooked? Like, come on.
I was like, the fact that they weren't doing anything that night, they were going to do it tomorrow, so you should go get a hotel.
Yeah. Exactly.
What did you think about the adventure of going through the cave and all of that?
Well, I did like it when the bald guy with the mustache was all like, ha 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 ha, watch our step. And then he just like fell. Like, she was like, I laughed out loud at that part. I was like, you stupid bitch. You didn't even hold on to anything. And I was like, as soon as he said, I was all like, oh, he's going to die now. And then he died. I was like, yeah, you can't. And I was like, you jinxed yourself. You should have, or, knocked on wood or some stuff, something like that, or knock on that shitty, rock cave.
Well, and I feel like when they got to that little tunnel, They were not all fitting in that tunnel.
And that's what I said. I was like, he would have been like, go through that tunnel. I'm going to shoot you. I'm like, well, you better start shooting because I am crazy claustrophobic. And that tunnel is like Shawshank Redemption size. And daddy is not in the mood for it. So I
wouldn't even be like that. I'd be like, dude, you're smaller than me. Why aren't you going first?
Yeah,
Sandra's really tall compared to him.
Yeah. As soon as he's like, get in the hole. And he's like, I feel a breeze. I'm like, so what, fucker? You feel a breeze? Big whoop. I'm like,
yes, like that could just be some animal down there going.
Exactly. I was like, I was, and then she was, in Fairy of her life. And I was like, oh, honey, just fall off the cliff like the Baldy guy. It'll be over in 2 seconds. But I mean, in hindsight 2020, she did survive. So I guess she made the right choice. But me personally,
she didn't know that at the time.
Yeah,
that's exactly. Like when they jump in the water and go with the current.
Oh, I was scared there too. Cause I knew they would survive, but I was just like,
I would have been killed by the lava because I wouldn't have done that. Drowning, I think, is a horrible way to go.
Oh, the worst way to go.
And the fact that you're just going to jump into a hole and let the current take you wherever it's going. You don't know how long it is.
Exactly.
I mean, they got lucky with a couple air pockets, but
oh yeah. When she was like coming up and she was like, Alan, I was like, you taking a breath, don't scream out his name. Come on.
He was like, hear you. Yeah,
Exactly. Like, Alan, you're underwater right now. You can't hear me. Blah 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 blah.
They don't show him yelling for you when he comes up for air.
I thought that the tomb, though, I thought it was nice, but it was kind of crappy that the diamond crown wasn't an actual ruby red diamond crown. I was like, oh, bummer for Harry Potter.
Yeah, I felt bad for him too, because I felt like he should have gotten that crown just because his parents named him Abigail. He needed a win in life.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm all like, but I did think it was cute. Like, oh, they were fire seashells. I was like,
because she was his true treasure.
Exactly. Where's the treasure? It's him. And I'm all like, is the man really the treasure? I'm like, come on.
But would you have climbed in the tomb when he was all
like, no, I'd have been like, you better start shooting, dude. I'd be like,
they're laying on those dead bodies, and I'm like, no, thank you, sir.
Exactly. I would have been like, listen, Cecil, whatever your name is. Listen, if you leave us here, we're gonna die by volcanic eruption. So why don't you just leave us here, okay? I would not get in that
like, you'd leave us in this tomb. There's an actual chance the lava we might survive.
Exactly, but that's a good point too. I mean, I don't see it happening.
I don't think
whatever.
So. That's how it works. I'm just saying, I would have tried anything to keep from having to crawl in and lay on the dead bones.
Yeah, and I did like it when he ran on the boat, and the guy was like, "Where were you going to run to? You were on a boat." And I was like, "That's a good question."
Love that too. He's like,
but at the same time, I told
while he's laughing, he's laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
Where did you think you were going? You're on a boat.
Yeah. Yeah, I immediately started singing,
and
I'm on a boat.
In his breath afterwards, he's like, you're silly.
Right. What did you think of that ending? Because I thought the ending, go ahead, you tell me what you thought first.
Okay, so I liked the ending for Beth and Oscar. I did not like it for Alan and Loretta.
Neither did I, because even though they like fell in love, I didn't feel it throughout this entire movie. I don't know. I felt like it was very forced. Like, I mean, like, don't get me.
I just kind of was like, she dropped her ring in the tomb, but I still feel like she wasn't completely done grieving for her husband. I just go, yeah, I'm like you. I didn't like it.
I just don't think they were ready. Maybe to smash a little bit,
Right. Maybe if they started out physical, finish the book tour, maybe by the end.
Like licking some buttholes and everything. That'd have been fine. But like, I don't think they were ready for like a relationship.
I think after she cleared all the leeches, she was more than happy to go physical.
Right. Plus, I feel like Channing Tatum, the way that this movie is, that's how he lives his life on a day-to-day basis. All like, cute, but dumb and everything. And he's a good dancer, but who cares? Right. But yeah, no, I thought the ending was super dumb. I was like, I'm not interested in this anymore. Like that end scene on the beach, I was like, I'm really over this movie now. We can just end it now. We can just, I don't even need to watch this last 2 minutes.
Yeah, so, I didn't give a crap about him, writing their ending. I'm like, who cares? He's dumb. Move on.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have anything else in my notes. Do you have anything else in your notes that you want to talk about?
I mean,
No?
besides the fact that Beth gets shit done.
Beth does get shit done. I enjoyed her immensely. I was like, she's my kind of girl. I enjoy people that, like, you know, they get to the point A and B, they're like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Plus, she was all like, I feel like she was one of those people that was like, don't fuck with my money. And she had a lot of money, a lot of her money riding on this. I was like, oh, she's all straight up, don't fuck with my money kind of thing.
For sure. I was like, yes, girl. Yes.
Slay queen. Anyways. All right, let's go on to our questions, you little minx. What is your question for this movie?
My question is, what is your favorite movie that takes place in a jungle?
I have to tell you, it is gonna, so the reason, okay, it's Congo. And the reason that it's this movie is because this movie, like, for all you youngsters, do not understand how important this movie was to my childhood. What? Like, when I saw it, like, I literally was all like, there's killer gorillas in the jungle. Like, you guys don't understand. There's really gorilla there. And my favorite scene is where the guy's all like, Mr. Haruka, stop eating my crumb cake. Stop eating my crumb cake. And it's the guy that played it. So he's like, and he's like, stops eating. And he's like, I'm like, don't stop, don't eat, finish chewing and just don't eat another bite. No, I love that movie. I love the mad gray gorillas and everything. And I love the city of Zinj and everything. The lost city of Zinj. And I'm all like, why are you saying it like that? Stop saying it like that.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I love that movie so much. What about you?
I went with a classic because it was just so everything at the time. I went with the original Jurassic Park.
Look at you. Jurassic Park is a good one. I love that movie. I saw that in theaters.
I just loved it. And do you remember, like, the toys were amazing? Like,
I had every single toy.
Yeah, the dinosaurs had parts that, like, came out, like they were being eaten by other dinosaurs. So they're
Oh, trust me. I wish that I still had those, but our oldest brother sold all of our Jurassic Park toys in a garage sale, and they weren't even like his. He just sold them. Like, he just pulled out our toy boxes and sold them. And I was like, what a motherfucker.
But yeah, I just was like, that movie, there's just so much about it that I'm like, I just loved so much. And I love the fact that everybody now is talking about the age difference between the couple, how she was 23 at the time and he was like 55 or something like that. And I'm like, okay, is it really that big of a deal? Because I mean, I wouldn't date somebody that was the age of my father, but I mean, people do it all the time.
Right on.
So
I feel you. No, I love that movie. All right, so now we're moving on to my question. My question for you, little lady, is what is your favorite Brad Pitt cameo?
Well, okay, so I have two.
You have two? What?
I do. I have TV and movie.
Oh, okay. That does count because he has had some TV cameos. Yeah. I think I know what it is, though. Your TV cameo.
On TV, he did a cameo in my favorite sitcom
I knew you were gonna say this. Go.
And he is just epic in it. So in Friends.
Yeah, of course it is in Friends.
I absolutely love it because he's playing a former fat kid like Monica is, and he was friends with Ross, and they had the I Hate Rachel Geller fan club or whatever.
That's
and
so
I
funny.
Loved that part. And then for a movie, I went with Deadpool.
Oh, that's mine.
Yay!
Yeah, no, I love well, now since it's mine, I love that movie, and I love his cameo because he was originally supposed to be Cable. Well, they drew the concept art with him in mind for it, but I don't know if he could do it or not. Anyways, they got what's his face to Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
But they had him play the Vanisher. He doesn't even have any lines. He shows up for 2 seconds when he's getting electrocuted, and he's like, yeah, do that again. Matthew. Anyways, but yeah, no, I agree. That's my favorite cameo of his.
I just loved it because at first I was like, wait, was that Brad Pitt? I know it's Brad Pitt.
Right.
You know, when you're sitting there watching a movie all quiet and then all somebody says something, that was saying, was that Brad Pitt?
Right. That's so
you were 47
funny.
people in the theater. Was that Brad Pitt?
That's so funny. All right. Do you have anything else you want to say? Would you suggest this movie, Vetta?
Yes.
Would you really? I wouldn't. It was just a little.
You didn't think it was good family fun?
No, I was a little bit of waste of time. I just I go, listen, if you're interested in these kind of movies, I'm not, unless we're doing it for this podcast. I wasn't interested in this movie. So it was a little bit of a waste of time. So I would say no.
Bummer.
Yeah, bummer for me. All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening to us. Follow us on Twitter. You can check us out at BS Drunk Pod to stay updated. If you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star review. We would really appreciate that. Plus it gets us some money, if you get what I'm saying. We'll also be posting the video for this to our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to us on there, and you can find us at BS Drunk Movie Reviews. And don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye, you guys.
Bye.